this cover of Duvet is a masterpiece. Serene sound waves that surround and shield you from society's sibilant shrieking. It's a pat on the head, it's a scratch behind the ears, it's the phoenix down to your hopes and the trapdoor to your fears. And the more you listen to it, the more powerful it becomes, much like seeing the face of a gammy. I have in my possession one of the most powerful totems from the elders in our society. It is known as the Grandma Cookies. When a grandma masters the perfect cookie recipe, she is approached by the creature known as the Butter Buster, and the Butter Buster makes her a proposal. They can have a tin of the most incredible cookies in the world and use that knowledge to expand their own cookie knowledge to S-tier status. However, they are not allowed to share it with anybody else. Under no means can it be shown to the normies, and if they do, they will be used as an ingredient for the next batch of blue tin cookies. The Gams are allowed to use decoys of sorts, usually sewing supplies, twine, bundles of string, that sort of thing, and oftentimes that's what most people have seen, because to this day, the actual cookies themselves have never been seen by the world at large, until today. Now these are purely butter cookies. There's no chocolate, there's no vanilla, there's no extraneous flavors whatsoever except for that buttery goodness, which it may sound a bit underwhelming of sorts, right? But I want you to remember this. The best vegetables you've ever had in life, the best food you've ever had, has probably been loaded with more butter than you can imagine. Anthony Bourdain once said the secret to restaurant vegetables is adding double the amount of butter to the amount of vegetables.
By the way, if you ever wonder why restaurant vegetables taste so good, now you know.
Now, staying in character with the grandma theme, they all come wrapped up in doilies. Every single one of these has their own individual doily, as if you were going to an invisible tea party with a first grader. They're like, oh, here you go, and they pour a bunch of tea in there. You gotta pretend like it's the most amazing thing on the planet. Sometimes it is. You know, your mind tricks you into it. No other mainstream food out there really utilizes doilies like that. Like, you can't go out to the cookie store and get a whole bunch of doilies in a packet. It's just not done, except for the Blue Tin Azure cookies. Now, they do come in their own individual shapes and sizes, but because they're all the same butter flavor, I highly doubt there's any sort of differentiation between all of them. Now I got some good news and I got some bad news. You see, the Butter Buster will not allow me to experience the true flavor because I have not earned my stripes in the chocolate cookie world. He only gives it to the most exclusive, and as a result, what you're left with is a cookie that's mildly buttery, mildly sweet, and mildly crumbly. It's very mid. If you were to take an average of all the cookies made in the world and condense them into one, they would be this. This is the stereotypical cookie in every sense of the word. Nothing all that impressive. You probably want to have like a cup of coffee with this. You do some of that dip in action and all that. But on its own, I really wouldn't be going for it. Now, I'm not supposed to be in possession of these, and the Butter Buster knows this. I can't go up against the Butter Buster. We butted heads before. And, well, that's a story for another day, but as a result, I must deem these cookies unrateable. How can I rate them? I know not from when I bite. I've not yet cracked that code, but I will keep you updated.